Ask the Business Doctor, Episode 3, Why Technical Expertise is Not Enough to Scale. Welcome to Ask the Business Doctor. I'm your host, Dr. Sakira Jackson, the CEO Whisperer, and this is where we stop treating business symptoms like random problems and start diagnosing what's really happening underneath. I look at businesses from what I call the triple helix of wisdom. That is biblical wisdom, business wisdom, and behavioral wisdom. Because most business issues, business problems, are not just business problems. They reveal something about stewardship, about structure, and about human behavior. Today, we are talking about why technical expertise is not enough to scale. Most businesses start because somebody is good at something. You are good at fixing a problem. You're good at serving a client. You're good at delivering a result. You're good at doing the work. And at first, that expertise is enough to get the business moving. And then the same expertise that helps you start the business may not be enough for you to scale the business. At some point, your business cannot keep depending on you to be the smartest person in the room. You can't be the smartest, the fastest, the most available, the most gifted, the most responsible person in the room because that's not scaling. That is strain. That's strain with invoices attached. When a business gets started getting heavy, many experts misdiagnose the problem. They will say, I just need more clients. I just need better marketing. You just need to hire somebody. You need a new website. You need to work more hours or work harder. Or you might even say to yourself, I need to improve my offer. Maybe or maybe not. The real issue may be that the business is built around you, around your personal technical ability instead of a transferable structure. You cannot scale what only you know how to do. Technical expertise is your ability to do what you do and do it well. You know, a coach who knows how to coach, a consultant who knows how to diagnose, a therapist who knows how to support transformation, a contractor like a general contractor or a carpenter or a painter who knows how to complete the job, a designer who knows how to make your home so beautiful, a trainer who knows how to teach the room, a strategist who knows how to see the problem, a speaker who knows how to move through the audience. That expertise, it matters. It's valuable. It's often what got people to trust you in the first place. But expertise creates demand and structure creates scale. You wonder what happens when expertise has no structure? When expertise has no structure around it, the business becomes a personal problem because it becomes a personality dependent for you. Your clients only want you. Your team members have to ask you for everything, and they keep asking the same questions. Kind of frustrating, isn't it? Your delivery changes depending on your energy. The quality of what you deliver depends on your mood, your memory, or your availability. You keep explaining the same thing over and over and over and, oh my God, over again. You can't take a step away. You can't take a vacation when things are going, because if you step away, things slow down. You are the brand, the brain, the bottleneck, and the backup plan. And when you are the brand, the brain, the backup plan, and the bottleneck, baby, That's not a business model. That's a hostage situation with a logo. Here's what I need you to understand. Remember, I talked about that triple helix, biblical wisdom, behavioral wisdom, and business wisdom. We're going to break that down into three pieces. The first piece is biblical wisdom. Gifts require stewardship. Let me say it again. Your gift requires your stewardship. So, what does that look like? Whatever gift, whatever wisdom, whatever skill, whatever capacity that's been placed in your hands, it's not just for display, it's for service, it's for multiplication, and it's for impact. I say that when you really start applying the triple helix, you're going to increase your impact, your influence, and your income. A gift gave you is one that never structured. When it's never, it stays limited to how far you can reach. How far you can reach. Now, I don't know, but I only have like a 4-foot wingspan. What about you? See, stewardship, it asks a different question. It asks, how do I handle this gift responsibly so it can serve beyond my immediate effort? Stewardship. And then the second piece of the triple helix is business wisdom. Business wisdom is when scale requires transfer. In business, scale does require transfer. In order to scale your business, you're going to have to transfer some responsibilities off of you and onto somebody else. Because if the process lives only in your head, it can't be repeated by somebody else. If the standard only lives in your preference, it can't be trained. If the method only lives in your mind, then it can't be measured. That's only your instinct. But what about the other people? If the wisdom only comes out when you are personally present, your business remains dependent on your presence. So, scale does not begin when you hire more people. You hear me? It doesn't begin when you hire more people. It begins when you're able to transfer your knowledge. Knowledge transfer is scalability. And the last piece of the triple helix of wisdom is behavioral wisdom. This is the third piece. This is the identity can resist delegation. Behaviorally, this is where many people get stuck because you want to be known as the person that does it the best. And when you become known as the person that does it the most excellent, it's also awfully hard for you to give it to somebody else. I want you to see this is a real feeling. Just think about this for a minute. When you're thinking this in your head, you'll know if you have to. You think, what if they do it wrong? What if the quality drops? What if the client doesn't like them? What if I'm not needed? What if the business loses what makes it special? All of those are those little thoughts that's running in your head. But guess what? Those are also not just operational questions. They're identity questions. Sometimes as a founder, it's not about just protecting the quality. You're protecting your identity as the founder. What you built around yourself of being the one who knows. Here's the thing. Expertise to scale is a method that you can teach yourself and your team. I want you to do one thing. If you first start with this very first step, look at everything you do and name the one thing that only you currently do. What do clients, what do your team members, what do your customers always say comes from you? They only want you to do it. They only want to talk to you about it. They only want you to produce it. Is it decisions, diagnoses, communication, final approval, creative direction, problem solving, quality control, sales conversion, or complex judgment calls? Are those things that only you currently do? Number two, you want to identify the pattern behind your expertise. Don't just say, I know it when I see it. That may be true, that may be how you're working, but that is not transferable. Here's what you're looking for. You're looking for a certain measurable service level, product design, methodology that the client or your team member is looking for. You have in your head what you're looking for, and now you have to catalog it. So, what questions are you asking when it's only you doing it? What order do you think of the process in? What criteria do you use to measure if it's just right? What mistakes do you always catch that nobody else sees? And finally, what makes something good, something acceptable or unacceptable, and only you make that decision? And then step number three, I want you to turn this pattern of thinking, of reviewing, of analyzing into a process. You can create a checklist, a decision tree, a script, a framework, a standard operating procedure, a training video, a client journey map, or a quality rubric. Any one of those you can create, or all of them, depending on what you're doing. But your goal is not to remove your wisdom. The goal is to capture your wisdom. Remember, to contain it so it can be repeated and used consistently and constantly. Now, step number four is also sometimes hard for people because you got to train somebody on your process. Delegation without training is not leadership. It's just dropping a task and hoping the Lord touches it. And we're not waiting to give God no assignments, okay? He don't need nothing extra. You have to train the process, then watch them use it, then give them some feedback, then adjust the process and repeat it until they can do it just like you. Oh, here's the fifth step. And this is the highest wisdom role. This is really when you're showing wisdom. You don't have to delegate everything, but you do have to decide where your highest wisdom will live. Is it in the vision for the company? Is it in the completed diagnoses? Is it in the strategic relationships you build? Is it in the final quality standard? Is it in the thought leadership, the culture, the discernment, or the high level decision making? When you are able to determine what you want to delegate and what you want to keep, you're also identifying your highest wisdom level. And that is what is most important, because scaling does not mean becoming irrelevant in your own company. It means becoming properly positioned. When you're properly positioned, you're able to repeat the process. I want to give you an example. If you're a management consultant and you say, well, my clients, they only want me, then I want you to diagnose that. I want you to look at it and I want you to look a little closer and I want you to see what's going on. Because when we diagnose, when we look closer, what we find generally is that as a consultant, you have never documented the intake process. You haven't done the diagnostic questions. You don't have a decision criteria. You haven't developed the client journey or the delivery method or the standards of what is good work or what is bad work. So Of course, the client's only going to want you. They only want you because that's the only container of wisdom. What's our prescription in this situation? The solution is not just to hire an assistant or add another coach. The solution is to turn your wisdom into a method. Turn your wisdom into a method, into a process. And once the method exists, other people can be trained. Other people can then allow the client to trust the process and not just the person. Quality can be protected, and the founder, which is you, can stop being involved in every single detail. So, what's our final question for today? I want you to look at your business and find out, is it still working only because you're personally carrying all the knowledge? And if you are carrying all the knowledge, is it in sales? Is it in delivery? Is it in client onboarding? Is it in decision making or quality control or team leadership or problem solving? Is it in your content? Is it in your strategy? Where is it? Where's your wisdom container? Whatever wisdom only lives in you, that's where your business is most vulnerable. If this episode helped you see where your expertise needs structure, where it needs a strategy, where it needs systems, comment the message to me, the word scale, because you don't need to abandon your expertise. You just need a structure. You need to structure it, to transfer it, and position it correctly. I'm Dr. Sakira Jackson, the CEO Whisperer, and this has been Ask the Business Doctor.